We've played 2.5. Still 3-1. So Mark Liguori to lead off the bottom of the third. His team, oh, and a high drive, deep to left, way back. Oh, it's coming back. And Liguori will have a double. Oh, how many, oh, and now he tipped a little off the base, but he'll go back. How many times have we seen that? A bullet to left field, looked like a sure home run, and they could use every run they can get, and it just got ripped off of a home run.
Well, then, that's going to come up at the board next year. A lot of people want to change the home run rules here at Woody Stadium, and something like that, you thought was gone, and it comes back. It's tough luck.
Yeah, that is tough, especially since Stephen Hart has been struggling so at the plate today. I mean, they got to get every run they can while Liguori's up there, because Hardy doesn't seem to be too effective today.
Never one to accept much criticism. Everyone's trying to help him out, but he doesn't want to listen to anybody. Very stubborn.
During the innings, the delay between innings, a few of the batting coaches of the Lions try to help him out, maybe move him on the plate, maybe open his stance. We don't see any difference in either one.
Hart's a conformist. What he does what he wants, and he'll keep everything the same. If it works, fine. If not, he doesn't tire very easily, so he could be up against this for 6 innings.
And that could be a struggle, and a high drive to left, but should be playable for Ferruzzi near the line. Makes the play, and there's one man down.
Well, at least he made contact, and he was going for the record for most consecutive strikeouts in a game, which is 7 by Michael Weinstein, and second most 6 by Mark Wittenbach, which just happened yesterday. Hart did 3, but that's about it.
Well, believe it or not, when you're in a slump, even the contact like that can do wonders for your confidence, and when he makes contact like that, he just missed that. A few inches on the bat, that could have been a long fly ball, maybe out of here. And, the next time up, we'll see if there's any change in the way he hits.
Well, as you said, it could be all mental at this point, so that could be the mental block getting out of
look out, Mark.
That ball almost hit me. Getting used to that by now. But, yeah, as he said, it's all mental. If Hart gets it into his head that he can hit the ball, he will. And can you believe the sun is coming out?
I don't believe it. I mean, I just have never seen a stadium where the sun is always shining, and, whoa, somebody up there likes Woodyball.
Well,
what is he swinging at? A high fastball.
The saying could come into faith after this season. The sun always shines on Woody Stadium.
Yes, that's true. An old proverb. I believe Mark Twain wrote that one. And the 1-2 to Liguori. Just missed outside. 2-2.
Oh, looks tough today. I mean, he just looks like the normal Justin.
I'll tell you, I'm glad I'm up here and not in the batter's box down there, because when he's tough, he is tough. The 2-2. Sidearm, bit inside, full count to Liguori.
An interesting note here, you see Justin brought out the cleats for the first time this year, so he could be serious about the playoffs.
Yes, that's true, and the red cleats are something that we normally see out of Jason Banks. And he struck him out looking. So, in the third, no runs on 1 base hit, 1 man left. We've played 3 here at Woody Field. The score remains 3-1 Woodpeckers. Okay, we're back live here, top of the 4th. This game moving right along. And a grounder off the mound should be an easy play for Liguori. He handles it, and no, a little showboating there as Ferruzzi stopped running, and Liguori pumped twice in his mitt before he threw it over there. And quickly, there's 1 man down in the 4th.
Well, the game started only 25 minutes ago. We're already in the 4th inning.
There was a lot of action in the first couple innings, but I'll tell you, not much since. Both pitchers have settled down into their grooves, and Liguori has a lot of control, and ooh, Justin with that curveball is going to be tough all day.
Well, to give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt, the first couple of games was really Liguori's spring training. So he's starting to settle in there, and I think next season we should see some good Woody ball.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be dangerous because there are going to be some new faces and some faces gone next year, and this could be a very competitive league and very interesting. And a shot down the left field line. Boy, did he just miss it way out in front, and it's just a long strike, but I mean a long one. Oh, my goodness.
I think that one hit Hart's house. Hart lives around the corner.
I think he might have to be paying a visit to Hart's house later, maybe checking out the windows. Holy cow, what a shot.
You could show that gap there. You can see the gap in the trees.
I mean, if you could see out there, look at that gap in left field. I mean, that ball was still rising when it got out of here.
You see that gap in the trees? You got that, cameraman?
But as I said, it's a long strike, and now it's inside, just like Mark Liguori to throw inside after a long, long foul like that.
Do you see the gap in the trees? It went right through that gap in the trees and out of the stadium. A shot.
Ooh, I haven't seen a shot like that since the All-Star game when James Simon put one in that same spot. And there's a pop-up off the mound. Liguori under it, puts it away, and an easy inning. In the 4th, no runs, no hits, nobody left, and the score remains 3-1 Woodpeckers.
Okay, we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Stephen Hart to lead it off. Let's see if he can get a hit here. He made some contact last at bat for the first time. This game is flying through, and it looks like it could be an upset as the Westchester Woodpeckers, the third worst team in the league this year, have got a lead and we're looking to go to the World Series. They are the defending champions. They've won 2 consecutive World Championships, and they're looking to do it again, and they feel very confident all season long, despite their dismal season. They've always been saying, we're going to make it, and it looks like they may make it to the series.
Well, the Westchester Woodpeckers, as you know, they only won 4 games, but they are a good team. I mean, even though they did get unlucky against the Lions, and they did lose a couple bad ones, but I think they can get the World Series.
Here's the delivery. There's a curveball that misses for a ball.
Yeah,
James.
Suggest Eric Wittenbach call 1-800-ABC-DEFG. Hooked on Phonics can teach you to read in 4 easy tapes. You know, the English language only has 44 sounds. That's right, 44. And Hooked on Phonics can teach you to read in just 2 weeks.
That's a very good, helpful hint from our co-cameraman up there. James Simon playing in very much at second base. And there's a rip foul. That got out of here in a hurry. A line shot right off the tree in left field.
A little payback for the other.
So Hart starting to get onto the ball. As I was saying before, James Simon playing very in at second base. So they're not expecting Hart to hit the ball the other way. Here's the pitch. There's a nice curveball. And they called it a strike. It fell in there. Most teams are beginning to play hard in center field and left field as strictly a pull hitter, but the Woodpeckers haven't caught on with that yet, and it's a strikeout for LaPalo. Here's Ligori. As you see, the pitch is high. Brett Weinstein coming onto the field, as he's been making appearances consistently, and rumor has it he wants to get back in and try to make a comeback next season. We all know his finances are not going too well after his retirement, and so he might be trying to get a contract to get some money, some consistent flow of money into his accounts. Could be helpful. As you see, we're the same outfit as he has the past couple of weeks here at the stadium. And here's a rip, and it's going to be a double. So Ligori ripping another double off of LaPalo. That's his 4th double of the game. All 4 of his hits have been doubles, and he's looking to break the record for doubles in a game. That was set last year by Michael Berger, which was 6. So here comes Hart. So Ligori on second, Michael Weinstein and his wife in the stands, and here's the pitch to Hart. Ball. Fielded by our cameraman and thrown back out there. That's a nice play. And he hits the curveball to short. Ruzzi up with it, the throw, and he got him. So Ruzzi playing good defense out in left. Hart not hustling as usual, and there's the inning. No runs, a hit, and a man left, and we've completed 4. It's 3-1, Woodpeckers.
Gone! No, it's a double.
All right, here in the booth, we're having a little difficulty. Eric, help us. We lost our third man here, Eric Wittenbach, and I think the microphone was off last inning when Michael Ferruzzi hit 3 home runs in 3 consecutive at-bats, tying a record set by teammate Justin Apollo and by Michael Sherman, who did it last year. Ferruzzi's 1 home run away from tying the record for home runs in a game.
Okay, so I have a question. How many?
And now Ligori leads off with a double, and here's Hart. Ligori with 5 doubles in the game. And we have to check on that, but that is nearing a record for Woodyball, definitely. So Mike Ferruzzi breaking out. They've been waiting all year to see this from Ferruzzi. And now he, who is known to want out of the Woodpeckers, could be something another team would want. He has power and he can pitch. That is a very bright spot. And here's a line drive foul. That is very tempting for a team to try to go out and sign someone like that who now knows the league. He's been in here for a year. He likes the game, and he can play the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, when Jason Banks gets a hold of this box score and sees what Ferruzzi did today, it's going to be very tough to get him away from this Woodpeckers team. Banks is going to be willing to spend the money. He did it last year, signing him to the $800,000 bonus before he even played a game. So you can imagine the money that this guy is going to get next year as the salaries keep rising.
Well, the salaries keep rising, but Ferruzzi is pretty adamant about what he feels, and you know how he feels about the Woodpeckers.
Yes, he's not happy here. He'd like to leave Westchester, perhaps go to the Midwest somewhere, to Wyoming, or maybe back home to Edmonton. We don't know. He may form an expansion team playing out of Italy with Marzano or Ligori or some of the other Italian players in the league.
Well, I do see the possibility of, here's a line drive, and that's going to be another double. So he is very slowly approaching a Woodyball record as Hart comes around to score, and this game might not be over yet.
Yes, the Woodpeckers have been known to blow a lead once in a while, and certainly the Lions are a late inning team. They usually explode in the 5th, 6th, or 7th inning.
What happened?
Hart struck out, I think. Hardy, you struck out, right? Yes, he did. We can shout down. We're so close to the field from the booth, we can actually ask the players what they do.
I can probably call out to Simon right now. Should we try?
Yes, let's give it a shot.
Hey, Simon! How you doing out there? Well, Simon responding.
It's unbelievable.
What was that?
I mean, this park is just...
What
Wow, I hope they never
stadium.
move. Whoa, this
Yeah.
stadium has some dimensions and some aspects about it that are only seen here.
I agree. Getting back to expansion, 2 players very unhappy with where they are, James Simon and Michael Ferruzzi. Could they get together?
Well, it's very possible. As I've been talking to both players, and I've got the feeling that they'd like to play together. They both have a lot of power and a lot of talent, and each of them is unhappy playing in James all the way out there in Wyoming. Not too much going on there, and Westchester here, also not the most happening town in the world. Ferruzzi is a New York guy. He likes the media, he likes the pressure, and he'd like to have some more of where that came from.
There's a nice pitch by Apollo to strike Hart out for the 6th time today. So in the inning, a run on 2 hits and a man left. And after 5 complete, it's 7-2. West. Is this Hart's first inning? So Hart coming in, Stephen Hart in relief. Him and Ligori not getting along now, arguing over Hart striking out. Hart refuses to move up on the plate. Ligori calls it common sense. Hart says that it will not help him. And therefore, they had a slight argument. And now Hart is coming on to pitch. And here's a high drive by Ferruzzi. And Ligori has a beat on it. And he makes the catch in deep left field.
Boy, he came close to having his 4th of the game and tying a record set by his teammate Lapala. He just got under it, and Ligori made a nice play on them all.
So Ligori the final line number on Ligori, he pitches 5 innings, letting up 7 runs. All 7 runs are earned on 6 hits. He struck out 3 batters. And now Lapalo steps in against Hart. Against Stephen Hart, in his career, Justin Lapalo is 18 for 29 with 9 home runs. And in this season, he's 7 for 12 with 5 home runs. So Lapalo has had Hart's number over the course of his career. Justin LaPalla homered and doubled in the first, and since then he has been very quiet, but he has pitched very well.
Top 6.
Top of the 6th inning, and here's a walk to LaPalla, but very slowly and silently the Woodpeckers are walking into the World Series.
Yes, they are, and here's Mike Ferruzzi getting a shot to tie the record here. He just wanted one more at bat, I'm sure, to give him a shot.
Well, he is the story of the day so far. I mean, hitting-wise, he is an unbelievable. And here's a foul ball. Ferruzzi, I guess once he gets that confidence going, there's no stopping him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, these playoffs are reminding me of some of the great playoffs that we've seen in the Major League Baseball, where the unknown stars come out of nowhere and seem to rise to the occasion, whereas the big stars seem to settle in and not feel the pressure as much as the little guys. And they just, oh boy, they are, I mean, Mike Ferruzzi and Andrew Whittenbeck have had some playoffs so far.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, here's the pitch. I mean, you saw it coming. Ferruzzi got his batting up to a respectable 344 over the last 3 games of the season, and now he's finally just taking all the pressure and absorbing it.
I mean, here's 2 players, 1-2 contention for the Darryl Strawberry Award, and all of a sudden they're right back putting their teams in the race and now a very patient hitter, Mike Ferruzzi, not going for the home run to tie the record, taking the base on balls, helping his team out.
And to see that kind of maturity out of a rookie is really impressive. And I know there are a lot of Woodyball scouts at this game, and they're going to like to see that.
They're all over the place, and a lot of them I know were disappointed in his first half, but a lot of them pleasantly surprised in his second half, and they're going to be very overjoyed with his game today.
So here's LaPalla. As I said, LaPalla's been very silent since his home run and double in the first inning. But he has pitched very well, letting up only 2 runs, and I think today's performance was the Justin of last year that won the Cy Young Award.
Yes, it was, and we knew he'd return to old form sooner or later, and he couldn't ask for a better day to do it. On a playoff day, putting his team into the World Series with a great performance as well at the plate as well on the mound.
I agree, and this is just unbelievable. In the history of Woodyball, the 2 worst teams in the league will be competing for the World Series. Here's a ground ball to short. Liggs, a great fielder, makes the play at third base. And that ends the inning. As usual, Liggs known. So on the inning, no runs, no hits, 2 men left on walks, and we go to the last of the 6th. The Woodpeckers lead 7-1. Eric, don't shut it off. This is the end. Just keep this on.
Bottom 6, boys. This is it. You're down 5.
So it's 7-2. 5 runs the Lions need. They have come back before. Can they do it again?
Well, it's going to be tough. I thought they were going to make a pitching change here. That would not have been a bright move as far as this announcer is concerned. He has handled hard, and as long as he can handle him, he can get 2 outs no matter what Ligori does. So it's going to be tough for them to get a rally together. They're going to have to string some hits. And with Hart struggling at the plate, it's not going to be easy.
We can yell down to the field, but I don't think we will. That if Hart strikes out one more time, he will set a record tying with Michael Weinstein.
Well, I think we'll tell him after he end on a happy note.
So the fans are on their feet for this last inning. Capacity standing room only crowd of over 11,200 people here at Woody Stadium to see who's going to play the Wyoming Wild Thing in the World Series. The Wyoming Wild Thing are ready, and who is going to be in the World Series with them? The pitch.
Justin. And the wave has started today here at Woody Stadium. You don't see this too often.
Well, to be honest with you, they didn't have time to do it today so far. It's only been about 45 minutes since the game started, and here's a leadoff walk.
That's something you don't want to do. When you have a 5-run lead, 2 outs away from going to the World Series, you don't want to walk the leadoff, man. You got to make him earn it.
Yeah.
And although he's owned hard all day, it's still not a great move by Justin.
It is still an unbelievable thing. It's his first walk of the game, and the Woodpeckers just refuse to walk batters.
And you know, if he loses control here and starts walking hard, you never know what's going to happen, because Ligori with his doubles today can put this game right back into a close one with a few swings of the bat.
I agree with you there, and this might not be over yet, but it's just amazing. The Woodpeckers have got a great ball club. An expansion team have never had a bad season, really. Won 2 World Championships and could be going to the World Series again. It does say something for their manager, Jason Banks. Although many people upset with the way he's handled things this season, he still got to give him credit.
Yes, although he's not here today to play and help his team. He's out somewhere watching a concert or something. I really am disappointed, and I'm sure his teammates are as well. But his team has been carried, and I guess he's taught them a few things along the season to help them along in the playoffs. And even though he dicked out today, I'm sure he's going to be happy that his team did the job.
Yes, not much you could say about Jay this season, but we'll never know. Maybe he'll come back next year.
Well, we could look at the stats with and without Sherry. He was much better with her. And, maybe there's something there. I mean, Michael Berger has had an excellent couple of years since he's met this Lori Resnick girl. And who knows when he loses her, what's going to happen to him.
So there's a foul tip. So Hart fouling off the curveball. That's the first time I've seen him do that today.
Yeah, he seems to be growing a little more confident up there, but it's still going to be tough.
So Justin's arm could be tiring, and this game might not be over yet, and I hate to think about it, but how many times this year have the Lions come back?
Yes, they are a team of destiny when it comes to the late innings. They just do not give up. And it's outside for a ball.
So stay tuned, folks. The fans are still on their feet, and do not leave the TV set. This game is not over yet.
Hold in that urine. Stay where you are. I mean, if you have to go to the bathroom, wait until the game's over, or take the radio in the bathroom with you. Wherever you are, take us with you, because we've got a dandy set up here.
Well, once
7-2,
again,
but 2 men on here, nobody out, and Ligori stepping up.
one thing, the Woodpeckers, as we said, have only used relief pitchers in 6 out of 12 games, and only once they used more than one relief pitcher. And no, Ruzi is not in yet. They refuse to take out their starter.
Another big point today is Jason Banks missing there. They only have one pitcher to use, and Ruzi's lack of work could hurt them today. And it's going to be tough. I mean, the game is certainly not over by any stretch.
When there's a low pitch, they call for a strike, and I don't know if Andrew Woodback just wants to see the Westchester in the... But here's a drive! Deep! It's gone! A 3-run homer! Oh my God! Stay tuned, folks. This one isn't over yet.
It is 7-5. If the Lions get one man on, they'll send the tying run to the plate here in the 6th. And wouldn't it be something else if these Lions could come back and take another one from the clutches of defeat and turn it around for a victory? Oh my goodness.
This would be unbelievable. They've done it all season long, and talk about a team of destiny. Only one person that I have ever met predicted this team would be good this year. That was Mark Wittenbach, and they continue to surprise everyone.
Mark had no idea that Frank Marzano would only play half the games, and his replacement would be Mark Ligori.
Here's the pitch now from Lopalo. Hart looking confident up there. Ball, 2 balls and a strike now to
A
Hart.
good point to make in this game is that Andrew Wittenbach's done an excellent job behind the plate. Very consistent, not very questionable calls. We haven't had a dispute yet, and he just seems to do a great job every time he gets the call.
Well, you don't see Andrew being argued with too often all season long, and that's why people have to keep complimenting him as being a good umpire. Rarely is he argued with, and when he is, he puts it down very quietly.
Yes, he does. And he's very, very steady out there. Doesn't take anything from any of the players. Doesn't back down like Eric Wittenbach does. And he's just very confident out there. He makes his calls, and he sticks by him.
Well, there's a foul ball. Here's the pitch, and another foul ball. So Hart's hanging tough.
I tell you, Hardy reminds me of a Mets pitcher, Pete Sherrick, just having trouble with seeing the pitches, but getting enough of them until he gets one that he likes. And then he'll drive it. And he gets on again.
On base, and wow, Justin cannot seem to get an out, and Ferruzzi has not moved from his spot at shortstop.
And in steps the tying run in Mark Ligori. Ligori with 6 doubles on the day and a home run. So very dangerous spot here for Lopalo. He can't seem to get Hart out, and that was his bread and butter early in the game. Ligori would get a hit and he'd get Hart out easily, but it hasn't been the case here in the 6th, as Hart has walked twice.
Ligori has 7 for 9 on the day. So talk about coming out of his hitting slump. He's really hit the ball.
And look at the Ligori shift out there in left field. Simon is playing in left center as Ruzi guards the line. I don't know about this defense.
It reminds me of the Hart defense.
Yes, it does, but it is a major overshift. And maybe we can get a look at Hart's lead off first base. Boy, is he running off the base. He's halfway to second before he throws the pitch.
Well, you know, I mean, I can't really disagree with the way they play him. Ligori is not going to hit the ball to right field, and if he hits it to center, Simon's got some speed.
Let me tell you what, in his first game against the Eskimos, he did hit a few balls down the right field line. He is capable, and if he sees the way they're shifting him, he will poke it that way.
That's a good point, but you can't take away the fact that Berger's got a lot of speed on his pitches compared to Lopalo.
Yes, that's true, but I think he can still fight off that curveball and poke it out to right, and we'll see what
But
happens.
I really don't think he's going to.
And look what happened here. That's going to drop. Hart should have been running sooner than that. He's only going to be able to advance one base. You could see right away that that was going to fall in. I knew he'd poke it that way.
That was a good call. I was wrong.
He took a look out there and he said, I'm going to hit it to right field now, and that he did. And now, the winning run, the go-ahead run will step to the plate. It's even hard.
I guess you were right about that call, huh?
Yeah, I was right. I'll tell you what. I don't know how you could disagree with me. Ligori's a professional hitter up there. He wasn't going to go for the down. He wasn't going to hit it to left field. He stepped away from the plate a bit and just poked it out there, did what he had to do.
So Hart, let's see what he does here. The pitch is a ball.
Look, Joe.
Justin I mean, you could tell he's totally lost it, and they're just going to go with him. And a high fly ball, deep, it is going to be caught! Oh, what a catch by Simon! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! James Simon! Ruzzi lost the ball in the sun, could not see the ball. Simon coming from nowhere in right field to make a behind-the-back Willie Mays-type catch.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait to hear the comments after the game from Stephen Hart if in fact they lose this game, because he is going to whine. I mean, he is a substitute outfielder out there, and he just saved the game for the Woodpeckers.
So a last-minute decision before the game to change Eric Wittenbach from the defensive player, and that could make the World Series.
And there is the game, popped up and playable.